Wrong about that. What's the name of the sefer is it Ketzes Shemesh? What's the name of his sefer? Rabbi Aaron, what's his name? Ehrenfeld?
Yeah. I think it's Kislev Shemesh. The one on Sfiras Omer.
I have 3 volumes of it. I have 3 volumes.
There's one on Sfiras Omer. There's one on the beginning Rehovos Hanar.
Okay. Anyway, that's who he is. Okay, so I just want to know that. I'm going to see if I can find this, but it's, I think we're doing things that are a little more interesting to me right now. Let's go over here, and we're not going to start at the very beginning. Let me see, we're going to start on page Yud Ches, I think. There's an Arichos over here. Let me see, we started. That is very interesting, and gets into RASHASH a little bit. Let's start on number Yud Ches Inyan Kedushas Yimei Chanukah Yosech Al Yimei HaChol. What's special about Chanukah? So I guess maybe he's saying like that. Where's a pencil? You got 1,000 pencils. Just one. It's only one. Okay. Okay, it says like this. That would be your number Yud Ches. Oh, he doesn't have convenient number. Oh, he does, but it's different or what? Let's find where Amnam is. Amnam in the typical bonus. It says Amnam Nevara Techila Inyan Kedushas Ayomim Ma'elu. Rav Yivucher Bekan Inyan the Kedusha HaGedolah De'ika Be'inyan Yemei HaChanukah. So that's, I think, maybe a very important idea. Let me find it 1 second. I've got my... There we go. Okay, he said Yemei HaChanukah v'achakach levar inyan birchos ner Chanukah v'achakach levar v'rav inyan the gavana sheyakabe be'esim ered birchos ner. So far it's a repetition. So let's see what else he says. V'hiner commotion is bored b'shavasas v'yomim tov v'yom tov v'rosh chodashim. He says yesh bechem tosefes kedusha al Yemei HaChol. Now let me see if we're just getting a repeat. Kamosha Kasavda B'Maimer Hashinuhim B'Shach HaGavanos Sheb'Shavasas V'Yomim Tovim V'Rosh Chodashim Yesh B'Chem Tosefes Kedusha Al Mei HaChol Alesh Yesh Kamek Hilukim B'Neihem. So this is really a continuation. Let's read the page and get to where I can look at the Shefa Kavanos, because there's a lot in the Shefa Kavanos. Gam b'Chanukah b'Purim yesh b'chem tosefes kedusha yoshev b'mei HaChol. Did we say that? Let's go to the next one. Amar ein madregos and shavel the madregas hashavasas v'yomim tov v'rosh chodesh. Let's go on to the next one. V'nei is ba'ara kol echad b'makomo. So each one of these is going to be explained in its place. Again, the black print. About inyan Chanukah Purim hu ba'ofen acher. Ki tevarchu ein b'hod. Inun Bahod, that's Inun Bahod. The two of them both come in Hod. Avachan Chanukah b'Purim hu ba'ofen acher. The Haklal Yidul Lano hu the B'mei HaChol Yaakov Omer b'netzach d'zer anpin. This is the way we understand it. V'Rachel omedet b'Hod d'zer anpin. V'kach na'asach av'yichud Yaakov v'Rachel. So this is where you put those two together. Amna b'mei HaChanukah b'mei HaPurim. Yesh b'chem tosefes kedusha. There is something special about them. V'kuta tavaychu chayiv hainu Yaakov v'Rachel hanikloim zuna getanim. Shnechem endim. Where are we? Bahod. They both are in Hod. How does that work out? Behind the Rafilu hadochar Moshe v'shefa mahod, that Moshe pulls down his shefa from Hod. Behind bir nerchav. Now he's got a lot to say about this in the Shefa Kavanos. Let's go over and see how we could pick up these Shefas. I know, when are we going to go to the earlier time, because we don't have much time right now, and tomorrow is going to be a blackout.
Right, I'll try tomorrow.
You're going to try
tomorrow.
Yeah, right, early. Okay.
Early. Yeah, after won't work.
Yeah.
Because of Hanukkah.
Okay. So, Inyan Kedushas Yomim Elu. Let's listen to number bet on page Yud Ches, down below in the Shefa. Masha Kosef Khan or Kedushas Yomim Ha'elu Mayri B'Kol Shmona Yemei Chanukah. So he says all those days. V'chein yesh bo Hallel V'Kriyas HaTorah Ma'achash yesh Ribu Shefa B'Yomim Ha'elu. So how is that? El Shenitosav Alechem Shevishas Ahadloko yesh or Godel HaNimshach Ayidach Ahadloko V'Kavanas Ahadloko. So the Kavanah over there, and I guess maybe in the Kavanah. If it's a masha kasev a rab l'holon, v'amam inyan kavanas birchos hadlokos aner bekavanas lomer she'ad kan is boyer etzim kedushas hayomim v'ata yizbar da. Let's go on. Number Gimel v'acher kach levoyer inyan birchos ner shel Chanukah yesh l'choyer. So we want to point this out. Nosechas harav, nosechas harav, bebirchas hadlokas in there. He wants to point this out. We've seen this before. Chanukah, he lahadlik ner Chanukah. Those are the words because later on he's going to put that together into a gematria. Below lahadlik ner shel Chanukah, which is what we normally find in the siddur. Umasha amar harav kan birchas ner shel Chanukah einu medaber al nusach habracha v'doik. Okay, there's something later to see that. Now, number Dalet is going to get into a longer shefa. See how much time we have? None. So we'll just get a start. Let's talk about them. Let's go to the light print. Divrei Rab Srichim Bir the Chayrecha B'Never the Gavanas Rab Ba'omracha B'Kitavai Hu Inin B'Ho. Now how does that work out? Gavanasa Klape Chanukah Purim. It's talking about that. Sheshnechem B'Hod. Okay, we said that. V'Ashem B'Divrei Rab L'Kaman Mashma Shetar Vayhu. That is the Kavana Al Yaakov V'Rachel. Sheshnechem Yachdav Omnim B'Hod. That they both are standing in Hod. That's what it sounds like. We call Makom Kevan Sheheskel V'Omer Inyan Chanukah B'Purim. He starts like that. V'Vor Shagam B'Purim Omnim Shnechem B'Hod. So you have the same thing over there. V'Var Hiksha Rabbechav B'Shem and Sasam B'Divrei Rav Da'el. What did he say? The Purim B'Netzach V'Chanukah B'Hod. So over there it says that Purim is in Netzach and Chanukah is in Hod. Ayun Shom. Who's shown it? But over here he says they're both in Hod. Mevarach Hashem and Sasam al pi masha yisod sheyased lonach RASHASH. Now we'll look a little bit at the thinking of the RASHASH here. Yisod b'kol inyan, that there's a yisod over there, b'kol inyan hamuadim. Dehi mevor b'zohar v'tikunim. So we saw this in the Zohar and in the Tikkunim. He says what? Shebekol zman uzman mesadach mesedach yomim tovim mesaknim sfira achas. Now this is something maybe we know right here, but it's going to get more clinical when we go down a little bit further. He said the haida bepesa mesaknim sfira sechesed of Rosh Hashanah safrim sfira agavura shavuos mesaknim sfira tiferes. V'chein isa the Erev at Rosh Hashanah. We call Aliyas Hazun b'Yom Tov. The Yom Tov of Rosh Hashanah, who b'Sfiras Gevurah. So, because all their Aliyah is going to be, I'm not sure what he means by that, but he says it's going to be in the Sfira of Gevurah. V'kol Shar HaSfira Nechlala b'Gevurah. Then he says everything else, all the 10 Sfiros, so he said the 9 Sfiros, the 7 Sfiros, how he counts. He says, v'kol Shar Hasfiros Nechlalim beGevura, all of them are in Gevura. That's a vague statement. If you looked at Gevura, Gevura has 10 Sfiros. So I'm not sure what he means to say, but is that what we count here is the 10 Sfiros of Gevura, or we're saying that all other Sfiros, because in the RASHASH, he looks at every Sfira as 10 Sfiros are a parts of. So he says, Nechlalim beGevura. Abir RASHASH Inyan Zerab Sefer Nar Shalom, he's Shono, and now he's going to quote, and we have like 1 minute or so. This is what he says. V'zel Shono Tzarek Leda Hakdama Kolala Berosh Hashanah Ad Yom Kippur B'Klal. Hu L'Sakein Seder Ab. This is a use of a phrase. He says Hu L'Sakein Seder Abiyah the Sfiras Gevura. So when he says Abiyah, I'm not used to seeing this this phrase, but he means to say that there are different levels of hiddenness or openness in terms of this tikkun of Gevura. The Teda of ki kol prati pratos, the spheres the Atzilus, mispashtim berosh atik ad sofa asiyah. So that's what he means to say by abiyah. So any time that you have the beginning, let's say, of the waterfall concept, so to speak, it's going to go all the way down to the bottom. So, but he's talking about levels of hiddenness as if he's talking about a bia. Bia also could correspond to Yudke Vavke, or could correspond to Tanta. There's some other things, but just throwing that in. But he's using the phrase a bia. So we have one more line or so we could do, and we're going to go back to this tomorrow. So what happens is all of them are one inside the next. Kol kasarim to call prati pratos the Atzilus, so all of the kasarim, of every detail in the Atzilus, mispashtim called orach abiyah goes all the way through all the level of biyah. Mislavshim bezeh, and they're clothed one inside the next. Because spheres achachma kiyot. So let's take that for example. Ba'ofen the eses spheres mispashtim l'sarapamim abiyah. Now, I'm not sure what that phrase meant. The literal translation is every single sphera, mispashtim, spreads to the asora, the 10 times of a bia de keser. So then he goes, there's going to be a bia de keser, all of them, malfish, the chochma, all of malfish, the bina, all of avi de chesed, all of a bia, I'm saying it wrong, a bia de gevura, kiyotze bakol eser spheres, each one of them has their own abia. Okay, so we'll just use that as an example, and we'll start up above in the quote for tomorrow. Halavai. Call to.